It's the
Right.
same thing for AI. They don't have enough base
Yeah.
knowledge. So that's
Yeah.
like my argument against it, because we need intelligent individuals to begin with, and then they can utilize it appropriately. But as it stands now, it's helping people stay at the same intelligence level, if not dip.
Actually, some of the early research is showing substantial dips.
Yeah,
Um, and the scary part about it is how quickly those dips begin to occur. Um, I mean,
it's like the
it's
atrophying of the brain.
yeah, yeah. Well, and that's that's I think that's a uh great image there because your brain is a muscle.
Right.
It's got to be exercised. It's got to, and that to me is I mean, we could go down all kinds of rabbit trails, you know, as far as policy and public education and the dumbing down of the system. Um, but I think the whole rise of standardized testing has contributed to a weaker educational system
I agree.
as a whole. I'm also not convinced that that wasn't intentional. Because you can go back to some of the works, Coleman Report or um, oh, I don't know why I always forget this. I think
Like
it's
back in the 80s, is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
80s and 90s. Well,
Yep.
or we can even go all the way back to Sputnik. That's kind of one of those anchor points, in the
Sure.
history of education that people point to when there was this real concern about you know American schools failing because the Russians
Right.
launched Sputnik before the United States could, and it's all based on fear and half truths. Um,
Right.
you know, and that has shaped educational policy in a way that has not benefited public education. It's benefited a lot of test makers.
Oh,
Uh,
definitely.
it's benefited a lot of people who have tried to create alternative models,
Hmm.
um, to the public education system. Um, and that's for me, kind of, and yes, I'm chasing rabbits here, but it just it's one of those things that frustrates me with some of the discourse around public education currently because the people who are pointing out the people in power who are pointing out the problems with public educations are the same people that created the problems,
I would agree.
um, and tie the hands of public education from being able to address them sufficiently. Um,
Agreed.
and it's a sad state of affairs. But it's it is where it is and is what it is. And what I find are educators do what educators have always done, and that's adapt and move on. They know why they're there.
Exactly. It's yeah, I don't know. It's I think it's become, you touched on it a little bit. It's an industry.
Yeah,
It's not like a civil service,
right.
which is what it should be. And we're no longer talking about like the formation of human beings, but perhaps, how are they going to contribute once they graduate, which is, that's my view at least. So,
Yeah, no, I think that tracks well with the dominant culture. It's almost an inevitability for um, a capitalist society, built on neoliberal principles. It's all kind of tracking in that direction. It's it, it you know people with power and money do not necessarily want an educated society.
correct.
You know, they
Correct.
want more ways to make more money to keep their power.